Okay, let's begin. It's already 8:32. Um, Good evening, everyone. This is Friday, and today I'm at JB. So I flew in from KL to do another event. So today is our 10 series, our series 10 for our Let's Go Digital. And I invited and requested KK Ko from Ipoh to share about his experience of helping many entrepreneurs venture into cross-border e-commerce via eBay, especially penetrating into Australia market. So he is a fellow eBay seller as well, same like us. However, I think Co started eBay much later versus me. Started way long before, not even 200, before year 2000 already start with eBay. So that was the experience we had. So whenever we have a Ipoh event or Perak event, I always ask Cole, please support our MDEC to become a speaker. So we always anchor him there. And I also always invited people like Mike Chu from
PPT.
PTT Outdoor, going for the brand called Tahan. So any Ipoh people here? Any Ipoh people here or not in the crowd? If put yes or one. Nobody, yeah, right? So this coming Sunday. Oh yes. Oh hi. My husband also orang Ipoh ah. My husband also orang Ipoh. So
Orang
this coming Sunday we will do cross-border B2B but via the Alibaba.com platform. So we will dwell into that together with Kaman. Ipoh Mali tidak sombong. Betul. Oh, my husband also always say that. So without further ado, so I just came back now for dinner, quickly rush in and open up this Zoom session. I want to pass the floor right now so that he can share more to you all within an hour. So we're already at 8:34. Cole, the floor is yours. And you have any questions, you can interrupt Cole, or if you don't want to interrupt Cole, because not good to interrupt, right? So you can put it the Q&A. Somebody posted in Q&A. Stephen Chu. Live answer already. You're from Ipoh. Okay. So KK, the floor is yours right now, and all the best in everybody learning to upskill yourself when it comes to cross-border e-commerce. Thank you and take care.
Thank you. Thank you, Carol. Hello, everybody. Good evening, and thanks for joining this event. So I will share a bit about my journey in e-commerce because I'm more of a seller than a trainer. But then I like to share. So sometimes I become trainer, and sometimes when I'm there, my trade asks me to just share and help out. No, I'm more willing to do so because it's lonely lah. If you do it alone, but if you do it with everybody, then you have more friends and you know more people lah. Okay, so today the topic is about cross-border in Australia. Okay, so before I start, just let me briefly introduce myself for the last 10 years. Okay, I was the in 2006, before 2006, I worked with Motorola as a customer service engineer repairing headphones, oversee the service center. Then 2006, 2010, I was asked to join Nigeria Nokia to start the first Nokia care center in Nigeria. That is very interesting journey because you got to go to the third world country and then to start something which I haven't done before, because the time the handphone just get starting in Nigeria, and I'm the first guy to start up the service network in Nigeria. And when I came back to Malaysia, I was invited to join Huawei as the head of fixed devices. In fact, all those unified modem, all those is done by me lah, sell by me and provided by me through Huawei to the telecom. Okay. After that, the year of 2016, because my background is mostly engineering, communication engineering, so I gained an interest in doing business lah. Because why? My parents is getting old in Ipoh, and my brother she was married off to Taiwan because he was married off to Taiwan because my sister-in-law is a Taiwanese, so he went to Taiwan and I stay back lah. Somebody had to look after the old people. And I personally love Ipoh. And my wife is from Ipoh. And we both decided to go back to Ipoh. Okay. And that's why when we started our Ipoh journey, I started KK e-commerce lah. So as any entrepreneur, we start small. Okay. We start small. This is the first house I rented just to do my e-commerce business. So the this is the room main what's that like main room or whatever, the main hall is our working area. There's a meeting, a small room for meeting, and then the kitchen, and then behind is all keeping all the stocks lah, start doing in e-commerce lah. And thank I had to thank the lucky stars lah, because 2019, right, a time when I come back, 2017, and when I started, right, it's the start of the boom of e-commerce in Malaysia. Of course, we enjoy the growth of e-commerce in Malaysia. So plus with government support, there's a lot of government support by that time, and everything is cheap. Shopee, Lazada, all zero. No zero. They are losing money, and we know that it's not sustainable. But they are giving zero commission. Everything zero, and we can grow very fast. And from a small house, 2019, we moved to a two-story shop lots, and just within 2 years, we grow into a 2021. Sorry, we grow and we move into a semi factory, and 1 year later, 2022, we went into our current place in Melembu, Ipoh. Feel free to join and visit if you want. Okay, this is our humble setup. And we have been there lah, okay. And then as we know that now the condition is not as good as not no that's not good it's realistic now. It's on ground now, because previously is unsustainable growth, because the marketplace is throwing money, but now they are earning money. I mean, Shopee announced their profit and they're earning money. I hope that they will pull back a bit about their commission, because they are more expensive than Amazon now. Shopping is more expensive than eBay and Amazon. Can you imagine? And that's why we as seller, we need to look into how to improve our business lah. So we have many areas to look into. You can do self webinar, you can do TikTok, you can do website, you can do a lot of other channels. But one of the thing I took into heart is that I started with this type of marketplace e-commerce. So I tried to expand on this to work on something that I know best. Okay, first, okay, if it still doesn't work out, then maybe I look into other things. But luckily, it works out lah. Okay, so if you're not me, I've been always sharing in the Lazada marketplace platform, in the Lazada University. Okay, although I'm not sharing sharing constantly now, but I'm still out there. A Lazada trainer, just that I decline invitation nowadays lah, because I think it's more than enough already. Okay, but I wish to do more for the cross border lah. So we also try to help out Ipoh TAR UMT. Okay, we are their MOU and their partner in educating students for this industry lah, the digital e-commerce and other industry lah. Share our industry experience with them, get internship from them, and then try to grow Ipoh talent in this industry. Okay, so that's the brief introduction of my background. Okay, so why we do cross border in Australia? Okay, because the first thing at that time, we know that Malaysia market is small, and then the commission is going to go up in Lazada and Shopee. So how do we expand and maintain our growth in the business? Okay, because growth in Malaysia will be limited for the foreseen future lah, because the population is limited, and the marketplace cost has gone up. So our pricing in the marketplace will be less competitive compared to other channels, like retail channels, like web store channels, like TikTok channels, all those personal channels, right? Will be comparable to previously, when we have like zero commission, we have all this, right? We have a very strong advantage. Okay, but now this advantage is not there anymore. So growth will be there, but it will be limited. How do we sustain our growth? Of course, is to again expand our reach and market lah. Okay. So why Australia? So many countries around the world. People ask me, why not do USA? Why not do Germany? All other country. Why Australia? Okay, there's few reasons why I choose Australia. First and foremost, we have the geographical advantage compared to all other countries, all other places in the world. Okay, Malaysia, aside Indonesia and Singapore, Malaysia is the one of the nearest country to Australia. Okay, what that translate? That translate to lower shipping and forwarding costs, which is the most important area subject which I will discuss later in cross-border e-commerce. Okay, so right, we have this advantage right in front of us that we are the nearest to Australia compared to Thailand, China seller, all this, right? We have this advantage undeniably. Okay, so let's use this advantage. Okay, the second advantage is that look at our salary, our cost of operation in Malaysia. Okay, the minimum salary now is 1,007 ringgit. Okay, which is 383 USD. Okay, but in 2022, Australia is actually higher now. But in 2022, their minimum wages is, I think this average wages is around 3,465 Aussie dollar. Okay. So that is a very strong motivation because I always said, let's spend, no, we spend in Malaysia, in spend in Malaysia, but we earn Aussie dollars in Australia. Right. That's the benefit of doing business cross-border because doing a cross-border business based in Malaysia give us the cost benefit. Okay, unless you do from country like Cambodia, Vietnam, or whatever, right? You might have that one better advantage, but then you will not have the manpower, right? But Malaysia, you no worries. There's talent which can speak English. That is I mean you can earn, there's a low cost, okay, in Malaysia. Okay, food, all this is great food, great environment. Okay, but then it's in Malaysia ringgit. Okay, but then you earn Aussie dollar. That's my dream lah, which I try to make it through lah. and and it's still in journey lah. I say that I take some steps forward. Okay, but the goal have not been reached yet. Okay, so what is the marketplaces in Australia? Okay, Australia, the marketplaces prominent like Malaysia is Shopee, Lazada, now TikTok. Okay, but in Australia is Amazon and eBay. Okay, they don't consider TikTok as a marketplace. But then I think TikTok is also quite significant in Australia now. But still, Amazon and eBay is the prominent marketplace in Australia. The Australia own marketplace like Kogan, Catch, My Deal is not as strong as Lazada and Shopee in Malaysia. They are weak compared to Amazon and eBay. Okay, and the China, they just came in. Okay, so their impact remain to be seen. But their Temu and Shen is a threat in US before the Trump tariff, but now the picture changed. So it's still, we don't know what will happen in the future. Let's observe. But in Australia, they are still in a distance from the US, from the Australia, from the Amazon and eBay marketplaces. Okay, because the more in Australia, they still prefer Amazon and eBay compared to Temu and Shen. Okay, because they prefer quality product than cheap product. Currently, whether it will change in the future or not, let's see. Okay, so you have the view, you just try it. Okay, so our product now, the Lazada product is selling at higher price because the commission now is so high, right? So previously actually they are selling at below 10 ringgit. Okay, and I'm selling at 42 Aussie dollar in eBay. And of course, you cannot miss out Amazon, not just eBay. Actually, I'm an Amazon seller also. Okay, Amazon, Amazon brand owner seller. Okay, so in Shopee, this product, a higher end of product, 23.30. Okay, I'm selling at Aussie dollar 51.90 at Amazon. Okay, and this is not just happen. Okay, this is not a simple case. Okay, because this business has been ongoing for last 4 years. 2021 I start and I'm still selling this product. Not just this product but I always highlight this product because this is the starting point of my journey selling pillows poster in Australia. Okay, and I've been selling from 2021 until now. Okay, so I think I'm qualified to share with you the concerns we have by selling B2C. Okay, this is B2C. Okay, B2C is that you have to sell one unit per unit or two unit to consumer directly. Okay, so if you want to, if you manufacture, you want to sell by container to business, then you have to don't miss the Kelly and what's the Kelly and the two girls which are very good in doing B2B Alibaba. 2 days later, okay, 2 days right, if I'm not wrong, they are doing B2B selling pillows by container lah. Okay, but of course their strategy is different. Mine is selling to consumer. Okay, uh, selling direct to consumer in Australia. Okay, so you need to have what to sell in Australia. The same thing you need to have in Malaysia, you need to have in Australia. Okay, you need to have a good product. Okay, I always insist on good product because I don't believe in cheap, low quality product. Okay, because it doesn't last long. I believe in good product, and Malaysia manufacturers tend to do good product than do cheap product. Uh, I don't know why. That's the difference between Malaysia manufacturer and China manufacturer. Malaysia manufacturer, they have their proud side, right? No? They always despise the cheap product from China. They want to do good product a bit at a bit higher price. Okay, and as a trader from China, bringing China product to Malaysia, I felt obligated to bring Malaysia product to overseas. Okay, so that's my angle lah. So I can, I don't just want to focus to bring China product to Malaysia. I want to bring Malaysia product to overseas. Okay, so I approached this business owner. Okay, and asked him what is needed. Okay. So having these two same product, okay, same with good product and good content quality, the good content is a must. But after going in, I will tell you realistically, it's not enough. Okay, in Malaysia it might be enough, okay, but it's not going to be enough if you try to do cross border. Why? The first challenge you will face in cross border, okay, is to ship Malaysia products from Malaysia to Australia customer. Okay, if you're in US, it's again another major headache. Okay, how do you ship Malaysia products from Malaysia to Australia or other country customer? Because it's not like Shopee Lazada. Shopee Lazada counting for you, flat rate, everybody, That's why we need to thank Shopee Lazada because they are very kind, they give us flat rate for every sales. No matter you small or big, flat rate, right? To ship from a point in Malaysia to another point in Australia. Sorry, in Malaysia. But here, sorry, cross border is you are all on your own. Okay, so if you are new, if you are new, there's two ways to do it: air freight or sea freight. Okay, both is also important. Okay, air freight is important for you to test your product. Sea freight is when you have confidence that you can sell, then you can invest more in doing container shipment. Or, for example, you can also work with Kelly, okay, and then use their container to ship to Australia. Okay, so I try to collaborate with them also on that so that we can share the container together. Okay, but which I'll go to this sooner. Okay, so be patient. Okay, so if you're a new seller, okay, now you set up your eBay store, you set up your Amazon store, have pretty content, all product ready. Okay, what is the cost and time to ship 1 kg of product from Klang to Melbourne by air? Okay, so please don't start first, because when you get the order, only you go search for solution, right? I'm worried that you get a shock because if you walk into, there's a lot of those forwarder shop lot in around the area, right? You can just drop by and then drop a parcel, right? Now, if you go to the popular yellow brand, okay, I don't want to say who is it, okay? Uh, you say that I want to send 1 kg to Melbourne, right? They will quote you 300 over ringgit for that. Right, so you will get a shock, right? Because if your product is like 50 ringgit and you want to ship 300 ringgit, and if you add in the cost, your product offers totally not competitive. Okay, so if you sign up with an account, that means you say I'm a serious in overseas export. Okay, let me sign up an account with you. Okay, depending on your relationship. Okay, maybe you start to do this, right. maybe you will get lower rate. Okay, so in this case, with this brand, we get 220 ringgit. Okay, so it's still you feel that it's still too high, right? Don't worry, our friend Clarence. Okay, so he always happy that I share his brand around, so I don't mind sharing his big brand around. Okay, Easy Passer is our friend from our friend Clarence. This is a big startup. Not startup idea now is totally not startup. It's a big forwarding uh forward shipping consolidator. Okay, so he has grouped all those what is that those shipping sellers to those service provider in his platform, and they are able to give even better rates. Okay, so here you can compare. Okay, and actually you can get around 160. Okay, so it's still better than the 220, but for 1 kg 160 is still a bit expensive, right? So although I bet with Clarence and Easy Passer, right? They say no, that's the rate they can get from the service provider, shipper, and that's they need to make a profit. We understand that, okay, and that's the best they can do. Okay, it's better, but it's not good enough for me, lah, right? So I would try to because I share a lot. I try to work around. Then I try to get some help from my friends. So finally, okay, my price shipping 1 kg from Malaysia, KL, to Melbourne dropped to 71 ringgit. 71 ringgit. Okay. So don't ask me how I get this rate. Okay. Because I think it's a lot of goodwill done provided there. Lah. Will I continue to get this rate? I'm not sure. So I'm still getting that. Okay. And also I also get another rate somehow a bit expensive but faster, cheaper. Okay. But I don't want to mention their name. Okay. Because sometimes you will get say why core can get so low, why I cannot get so low. So there's reason behind that, like also because I'm willing to help out. Okay, I'm willing to do this for the community. That might be the reason why I get this rate. Okay, and it's just 71 ringgit to ship from 1 kg from Malaysia to Australia. Okay, so then of course what if you can't get the needed rates? That's why I want to let your know. I try to let most people know. No, if you want to do cross-border e-commerce, you have issue in this. Don't worry, we are here. KK means kita kongsi. We share. No, we know. I know. I've gone through this before. I suffered this before. So painful to see other start new begin. I mean, those sellers they want to try, but they are stopped by this. Okay, so never mind. You use my rates. Please use my rates. Okay, ship with us, worry less. So you can get that rate with me. Okay. But of course, when you ship with me, then I will know what you are shipping lah. So don't worry, confidential. And I think I've been in this industry quite a while lah. If I'm not doing a right thing right, or I'm doing a bad thing right, I'll not be this long. And Carol will not ask me to speak about this lah. So you don't worry about that. Okay, your information is confidential. Okay. If you don't want to expose your product, by all means, I won't say anything about product. Okay, I got permission from Flu to talk about them, so it's okay for me to share. Okay, but other product I won't share because some of the owner they are reluctant. They say they just want to do it by themselves. Understandable. Okay, but at least don't if we share, let's say if we have more shipping volume, definitely we can get better rates. But if we do it by alone, it's very hard to get preferential rate. I always propose to MDEC and Matrix, please lah. You all can become the consolidator, but they have not answered this lah. So I do my part lah. I say in the meantime, while I wait for Matrix and MDEC to consolidate shipping cost for Malaysian seller, I'm doing my part lah. Whatever rate I can get from the industry player, I share it. Okay, that's the least I can do. Okay, for Malaysia seller. Okay, if any big boss want to monetize this and do consolidate Malaysia shipping, there's a need. I definitely okay, but then I think there's hurdles because even Easy Parcel cannot drop much, right? So I guess there's a reason why they cannot drop that much lah. Okay, as a big corporation lah. But for me, as my own personal channel, right? I don't mind really. If I get what rate, you don't get that rate. You have higher rate. Just you want to join. That's where we can grow together, and by together, right, we become stronger. That's the reason of KK e-commerce. Kita kongsi e-commerce. Okay, this is the new rate lah. I just checked only 1 kg from sorry, I let you see what my seller already. Okay, but I don't want to say what's the product she's selling. Okay, to Amazon warehouse, right? 1 kg is 71 ringgit. This rate is current rate. Okay, but whether it will change tomorrow, who knows, right? Maybe tomorrow I will touch it. Okay, I never know. Okay, but I will update lah. Whatever rates I have lah. If you want, you can join. If you don't want, if you have better rates, cool. I have better rates than you. Hey, let me know. I join you. If you can get better rates, right? Let me join you. Let me push my volume to you. Okay, don't let me know. Just like I share with you. Okay, if you have better rates. Okay, we have to help ourselves lah. Sellers have to help own sellers. Okay. Okay. So okay, but new product now after you try you restart like you ship from Malaysia. Okay, 1 kg ship 70 ringgit. So because of that, right, that's why I 70 ringgit is around 30 USD lah. Sorry, 25 Aussie dollar. Is it 70 is around 30 lah. No, too much. 20, 25 lah. Okay, so this 42 ringgit, 42 Aussie dollar, this 51.90 cent, right? You have to imagine I have to cut off 25 Aussie dollar to air freight first. That's the pain. Oh, so many, 10 times higher. But actually the pain is that half of it went to forwarder, air freight. Okay? So when you start selling more like me, right? You will have this problem. Kana side, expensive air freight cost lah. And also not fast, right? Actually, from air freight, you still take 5-6 days one. Okay, so the first challenge, how to make even cheaper shipping and faster. And I found out also, consumer they like Australia address one. Australian consumer they prefer Australian seller. When they have no choice, only they go to international seller. Same like Malaysia. Malaysia like Malaysian seller more than China seller, but maybe there's a big difference now. But then still they prefer Malaysian seller, even though Malaysian seller is selling a bit more expensive. Okay, of course you are selling a lot expensive more, then they might change their mind lah. But if it's same price or less expensive, more expensive a bit, they still prefer Malaysian seller. Such like Australia, they prefer Australian seller. So how do we present ourselves as Australian seller? Okay, that's another challenge. And I found that I have to pay if I do air freight, right? If I ship to eBay Australia or Amazon Australia from Malaysia address, right? There is an automated 10% GST on the sales price, not on the cost price, on the sales price. They will collect 10% GST for the Australian government, just like us lah. We were going to collect the tax for Malaysian government also. Okay, the platform. Okay, so imagine 42 Aussie dollars. So 4 Aussie dollars go to government straight because that's the sales price. That's expensive also, right? 10% just gone like that. Okay, and then the worst is of course when there's returns lah. Okay, when you do air freight, right? When the customer want to return, right? You ask them keep the product lah, because why? Normally shipping back the thing, and then with the product open and damaged, it's not worth shipping back because shipping back to Malaysia the cost is expensive. And if you want to you just ask them to keep the product lah. Any customer complain, keep the product if you only have air freight. Okay. So that is the second stage. Okay, we solve our problem. We can start to sell in Australia. We have gained some volume. We use air freight. Then we move into the second stage, which this is the problem we need to handle and solve it. Okay. So we took the steps. We changed. We add in sea freight to our solution. Okay. So just a bit of sea freight knowledge. Okay, sea freight, there's two type. FCL, full container load, means that you take all the whole container. One, they collect from one destination, they send to one destination. Okay. Or is LCL, less than container load. Okay, you just ship 3 cubic meter. Okay, but there might be few more shipper in that container also. And then when they reach Australia, they will ship to different address. Okay, so FCL is estimated to be one third of LCL cost. One third only. Okay, if you ship the whole container from a point in Malaysia to a point in Australia, it's one third cheaper than joining LCL. Okay, that again is another volume problem. Okay, because if you cannot take one whole container, you do LCL, you will incur 3 times more expensive charge. Okay, just knowledge. Okay, for you to take note first. Okay, if you want to do sea shipment. Okay. Second, there's normally 2 container. Okay, the normal one, which is reasonable cost. Okay, we have that 20 footer and the 40 footer. And for double of the space, okay, double of the space, you just pay 10% or 20% more for the 40 footer container. Imagine that, For a 40-foot container, the total cost of shipping 40-foot container from Malaysia to Australia is to 10 to 20% more expensive than a 20-footer container. Okay? Again, that is another volume game, lah. Right? So, uh, Kelly and Carmen will know lah, that is why people prefer to do B2B, because B2B, they take in big volume, one container, right? So, it's easier, it's cheaper. Okay, but for us, who can help us? Okay, so we have to share the container. Okay, too risky to ship whole container. I fully understand that. When I start my first container, I also shake my leg one. So I join LCL. After a while, when I get up the volume, I do FCL. Okay, and hopefully I can do more frequent FCL if Carmen and Kelly have more business to Australia. So please join Carmen and Kelly class 2 days later, okay? Because if they get business, they cannot take whole container, right? They cannot take half container, right? And they call. Can you take up the half container? Oi, jadi lah. So we share. By sharing, we win. Okay, if we cannot meet the content, the volume, okay. So let's share the container. Any opportunity we have, let's share, because if we don't share, we lose out in terms, we stand and lose out, not just we don't put in less effort. It's because the cross border is a bullying game one. If you do not have the volume, you get bullied. If in Malaysia e-commerce, you don't get bullied that much, even though you don't have volume. Yeah lah, pricing wise from the supplier, you get higher price if you don't have the volume. But others is fair, the fair game. But in cross border, it's a volume game in many aspects. Okay, and for sellers like us, consumer sellers, or small starting sellers, if we cannot get a full container load of sales, then we have to share. Okay, we have to share. And again, I also mentioned to MDEC and Matrade, you need to help us consolidate our needs, so that we have better fighting chance against big business like they sell by container one. Don't need to worry about them, right? They can stand alone already. They can do business export very well from Malaysia already. The one which needs help is people like us. We are a big wall so high in front of us. And please look into us. It is better. Okay. Sorry, I share my grouse again. But never mind. If they are not willing to start anything first, I do my part first. Okay. So I think Kelly and Carmen also will be more than willing to share their container or whatever if we can meet their schedule, right? All this is discussable. Okay. So we need to share. Okay. Not just that, okay. We know that we need to have an Australian address. So I have invested in an Australia warehouse and able to fulfill Australia. Okay, you can see me becoming this boy sending the parcel to Australia Post nearby from my warehouse to ship. Okay, the time when I was in Australia, working with a partner in Australia. Okay, and of course having a Australia address. Okay, we can do return and recycle with local costs. You don't need to ship back to Malaysia anymore with us. Okay, no worries, you don't have. We open ourselves, okay, because we want to share. Okay, no, because why? By sharing, we have more volume, only I can do more. Okay, maybe some at one time a big if any big boss Taiko want to take up this challenge and consolidate us, right? By all means, okay, do this. Okay, take away my business. It's okay. I join you. Okay, or you can even hire me. Okay, but we need this for Malaysian small sellers, for SME Malaysia, if they want to do cross-border export, right? This is one of the major hurdle, okay? And hopefully one day we will have a solution, okay? But China don't have this solution. Malaysia do not have this solution at the moment for SME. China have this solution for SME. Malaysia don't have. Okay, who can take up the challenge? I don't have the capital, but I try to do what I can do lah. Okay. Uh, Okay, so we invested and established in Malaysia and Australia local warehouse. So you just need to ship. We have the place lah to take in container lah. You can see our warehouse is quite. There's site, there's space there lah, quite big lah. The warehouse. So you can send to me. Then we load from there to FCL container, and then we ship to Australia warehouse. Okay. So from there, if you have business, okay, then you can we can ship for you. Okay. And we there's one technique we use. Okay, you set up your own eBay account, you set up your own Amazon account, right? You are new, you have less traffic, no issue. So our strategy is what? You can sell your product in our existing eBay and Amazon account, but our product is priced more expensive. Okay, then you sell your product at lower price at your channels, eBay and Amazon channels. So customer we have more impression one. Definitely we have more impression than a new startup you know lah if you sell in Shopee and Lazada before. You as a new seller you have less impression. As a old seller, 5 year seller, right? We have more impression one. So when customers can find your product in our shop, they will want to compare price with other service provider. So when your shop then will appear in front of them. So you say, if they buy from a reputable store in Amazon, eBay, this is higher price. Buy from new store like you, lower price. Then they make the choice lah. So some they prefer to buy from our eBay, Amazon price, which benefits you also, and some they buy from you. So that's where you gain traffic in a more organic way than to just do a new store and then pay a lot of ad traffic. Okay, so okay, and also we can provide you the not preferential, better Australia post rate because we have higher volume. Next day delivery or next 2 day lah. Local business address. So when you set up your store in eBay, Amazon, right? You can use our warehouse address and make it as if you are a local seller, right? Because your product is in Australia, so you become a local seller. And of course, there's returns, all this, right? They'll send back to our return processing center, and then we replenish it. If you can refurbish it, we refurbish it. If cannot, we throw away. If not, we put back to the. If you can refurbish it, we put back into the stock. Okay, so that's the way we want to do to help Malaysia product owner seller to move forward. Okay, in this cross-border business, especially the small one. The big exporter don't need me because they do B2B one. Okay, for the small SME, okay, which haven't get this right, this is another channel, B2C channel. Okay, different pay. We don't buy by container. Okay, we don't buy by container, but we can start small. Okay, so it's different game lah, compared to the B2B business lah. Okay, so what I mean by the preferential rate? So they are very transparent one. If you start new in Australia, okay, you get this band zero cost. I passed this stage lah. Okay, so the more you sell, the lower rates you get. See that thing club. Okay, so if you want next day delivery, of course you have to pay higher law. If you don't want next day delivery, you have to pay lower law. Okay, and we are currently sometimes at band 3 or band 4, and if your business is good, sometimes we go into band 5 also. So at least your shipping rate in Australia using Australia Post, you can enjoy straight away band 3 and above. You don't need to start from band 0, band 1, band 2 when we share our resource with you. That's another why that Matrix and MDAT need to look into this. Okay, we need to consolidate our volumes. Can then help us do that or not? Okay, so later I have to go Patrick and read. Now Port Asno has become the director of export in Madrid. So today I have to make an appointment with Port Asno and sell my proposition to them and sell Malaysia SME seller challenge to them lah. And hopefully they can look into this, look for a big taiko and then can consolidate our volume. Okay, so then I can pull back. I can just use their services. I hope to happen that one day. Okay, but at the meantime, I can now you only have myself lah. I guess lah. I look around the market, right? There's not much people doing this. I'm the only one doing that at the moment because it's not an easy job lah. Huh? Okay, so comparison okay, if a 1 kg comparison, okay, that will be the cost lah. Huh? Walk-in customer 353. If you go to my VIP account, A Express is 71 ringgit. Okay, but if you go into LCL, right, it will be lower. Okay, the first there's like 8 ringgit 18 cent plus 22.40, right? 8 ringgit 18 cent is from Malaysia to Melbourne warehouse. 22.4 is using Australia Post to ship from Australia warehouse to customer place. Okay, so there's two segment here. Okay, for air freight is direct to customer. Okay, for sea freight, one is the sea freight cost, then second is the land cost. Okay, the land cost to ship from the warehouse to customer. Okay, so you can see if we can do LCL 20 footer, it will be 30 ringgit per kg. If we can do FCL 20 footer, is 25 ringgit per kg. If we do if we do 40 footer, we can get 23 ringgit. Okay. If it's 10 kg lah, your product is like 5 to 10 kg, just to let you have a see, right? This is the rate lah. Huh? So you will get more lower when you do sea freight. Okay. But then sea freight, please don't send 10 kg. Oh. If you want to join sea freight, you will need to have 1 cubic meter. Okay. Because in in one container, right? Is like here, maximum we can put in is 33 cubic meter, but mostly we put 30 cubic meter. So if you have very 10 kg, too many already. Seller have to at least commit 1 cubic meter of product if they want to join the container, at least. Okay, if not, you are too small. If you're too small, start with air freight first. Test out your business model first. Start with air freight. Test out your business model. Just like us, we didn't start sea freight straight away. Okay, you don't get impatient, because if you're new, whether your product will sell or not, who knows, right? So don't invest in such. Just try to ship, sell from Malaysia, or you can. You don't do sea freight lah, huh? We can discuss more if you are new one. Normally I would ask you to do sea freight directly, unless you're already gung ho lah. You say, "Call 2 cubic meter, 1 cubic meter, you take the stock lah." I no problem lah. Okay, but then of course the cost will be higher, right? And the risk will be higher, if you do 1 cubic meter straight, right? So normally I will ask them, test your product first. Try 10 kg first. Use air freight, ship 10 kg to my warehouse. If the product can sell, then let's talk about moving to sea freight, right? If the product cannot sell, what is there to lose? Okay, it's just the first 10 kg of product and the product cost and your time lah. Of course, your time lah, and my time lah, right? But then the cost is minimized, it's controllable. Rather than you hantam 1 cubic meter, but you never test the market before. That's where you will get burned easily. Okay. So don't do that. Okay, I would not advise to do that lah. So it depends. Okay. So this year shipping is already full lah. We normally finish our sea freight by mid-year already, because why? We have to prepare ourselves for the Christmas, and my warehouse is full already lah. This year full already, So that. This year no more, but next year. So that's why I've been quiet a bit, because why? If I speak also, I cannot offer the service, but why? I don't have space already, and the time has passed already. Okay, I normally sell my service at the start of the year, see who want to join. After they join, then because Australia, we always ends with the Christmas period. Okay, any Western country, right? We end with the Christmas period. So in this case, we really complete our container shipping in mid of June already. Okay, So at the moment, I'm not looking into shipping more because another obstacle is our warehouse is full already. Okay, full with bullets. Okay, to conquer Australia market for this year. Next year. Okay, next year. Just wait a bit next year only because now is the end of the year lah. Don't waste your time also lah. I would say that if you want to do this right, we time it right. Okay, now how many container? One container per year only now. It's big, you know. One container per year. I have talked to Kelly and Carmen. Okay, so I say that if I want to do two container, but maybe half container. Let's say if you have container to Australia, right? You cannot fill up a full container. Maybe you can open to us half container. Then I can share with my friends and see whether got any opportunity because they also do B2B business, but of course, I try to ask about the Australia. They are still trying. Okay, so product business owner, product manufacturer don't want to do B2C one. Want to do don't want to do B2C, don't want to do B2C or all you can pass to me and then continue to do B2B with Carmen and Kelly. Who want to choose if you can get both? I always say that why you need to choose if you can get both, right? Don't need, I myself, I'm not a manufacturer. I only can do B2C, right? Carmen is a B2B, so he has his hands full in B2B. Okay. But for a product manufacturer, product owner, for me, I always say that try with me also and try with Carmen and Kelly because their method works also. Selling by container with Alibaba, it works. Okay. My method works also. Selling B2C in Australia. Okay. So there's place where we can collaborate and share our volume. Definitely. B2B means that you sell to a business owner in Australia. You sell by container one, you don't, or you sell by at least cubic meter. Okay, you don't sell per unit one. Okay, business to business. So join the Carmen and Kelly session. And of course, as the export stakeholders in Malaysia, right, we try to help each other. Right? You know, if I can, I always promote Kelly and Carmen. And of course, Kelly and Carmen, if you can, also try to promote me a bit. In Australia. Okay. So like Carol, right? He spends her time promoting us. What? She don't get, I don't pay her, you know. I don't pay her a single dime, you know. She doing this just to, you know, it's like our project for the last 10 years already, you know. How do we do this for Malaysia seller, cross-border export? You know, this be like a homework to us, which we have not do a great job. Like I have to say, like, we're still so far behind, okay, compared to China seller. Okay. So if not us, who else? Right. So I try to be a part about this dream also lah. This dream of Malaysia product exporting to whole world in the world. Okay. So case study, of course, is this is the Domus Fabrication. They manufacture pillows. Okay, so they are top seller in Shopee. Okay, so when I approach them, they say they don't have the manpower. Do Malaysian business also not enough already, people lack of knowledge. Then I just say that lor, you give me in good price lah. I buy from you, I sell to Australia. That's it. Supply good price to me and sell to Australia. So for business product owner, if you can sell to me cheap and you want me to try, like, I'm open to discussion. Okay, maybe I borrow money from Tai Long, I buy some from you, then I go and try out. No lah, I'm just joking. I have some small capital. If I find very good potential in your product, I'm more than willing to at least invest some in your product. But don't everybody come and ask me to buy from them lah. I can't do that, right? I'm not that powerful also. Okay. So again, we sell in both lah. So 2024, just in eBay. Okay. If you search flu bolster pillow, I don't want to share others. Share about eBay only. 2024, 68,000 Aussie dollar sales. Okay. 68,000 means divided by 12, not many lah, around 5,000 Aussie dollar per month. 5,000 divided by 50, around 100 piece of booster pillow. Booster pillow only, 100 piece per month. Not bad lah. Okay. Not bad lah, can do lah, So this is only in eBay. Amazon is even better. Okay. So you want to look. I told you that I started this 2 years or 3 years ago, right? Actually, 3 years or 3-4 years ago. So 2 years ago, actually, I have done a sharing, a more in-depth sharing about the journey with the owner, the product manufacturer with Carol. Okay, and this is the you go to Carol YouTube and then episode 19. This is how we start our journey in Australia. Like that time, only eBay. Now we know we cannot forget about Amazon. Okay. Uh, eBay also at the time Brian. Brian bring me to eBay, but Amazon I'm doing it myself because I'm very interested in it. And now we are in Amazon also. Okay. So we are doing this uh, if you want to know more, if you feel that this half an hour not enough, okay, you want to know more, you can always go to this website, this Carol channel, and look into the more in-depth story of the journey of starting in Australia. That was 2 years before, and now it's 2025, and I'm still in Australia. Okay lah, can buy Jafan lah. You come Ipoh, I can at least buy you a lunch lah. No worries, okay? But not enough to buy Mercedes yet. Okay, I hope that one day I can shout and say I do cross border and now I can buy Mercedes. But I have not reached that stage. Still very far. I think Kelly and Carmen will reach that stage faster than me. Okay, because their way of doing business, I think, is much more easy also. Sell a lot, but I think I have my own way lah. So I hope I can buy Mercedes sooner or later. Okay, so Carol, you have to help my dream of buying Mercedes come true. Okay, so do it. Come down to Australia to earn Aussie dollar. Okay, by all means, B2C with us. Okay, or B2B with Kelly or Carmen. Okay, whatever. Don't wait because Malaysia have this big advantage to Australia compared to other country. We are near. We are cheap. Sorry to say that lah, but our cost is lower, and we know English well compared to Indonesian. Okay, Singaporean very expensive. That place very expensive. We are cheap. We know English and we are near. This is our moment to conquer Australia with Patrick and Andek. Hopefully lah. Okay, thank you very much. Well, let's open the ground to questions. Okay.
Oi, stop calling MDEC's name. This is session not an MDEC, ah. So let me put a disclaimer on that. So this is a session just to introduce you to the expert. Yeah, KK is very passionate. So am I. I love selling online also. So, but I don't have any products to sell. Sorry lah. If I already retire in the next 5 years, kan KK, then I invest in you lah.
No, no,
I buy
you cannot
product.
do the selling part. You need to do the stakeholder management part. Nobody is doing a better job than you at the moment, right? So we
Yeah,
need you to do the one which can connect us to the government agency, all this, right? So we need that. If not, nobody
yeah.
listen to us.
So look at the Q&A call and answer it live. You go to the Q&A and take a look at the questions from Brian.
Yeah.
Not Brian,
Uh, I
Brian
start
Tan.
from the bottom. Irene, is it good to sell handcrafted or handmade items there? Okay. Uh, it's good, but you ship from Malaysia. Okay. Make your product premium. There's a lot of premium seller in eBay and Amazon worldwide, and not just Australia. But of course, you have to make it premium. Why your product stands out? Okay. There's like calf. The pipe. That is from Brian Case lah. He sell the handcrafted smoking pipe from Malaysia, okay, to worldwide seller, okay, through on they list on eBay, they list it on Amazon. But this is have to ship from Malaysia lah, because if you sell high value product, right, you should ship from Malaysia. But if you want the self handcrafted or handmade items on a low product, I mean low price, right? I have some experience selling rattan ball or those handcrafted items. Okay, it's not as fast as I wish. Okay, but there's sales not as frequent as you want lah. Okay, but you never know until you try out. Okay, you never know because I would not know whether your product fits with the Australian consumer or not. Okay, so again, people always tell me, say that your pillow cannot fight with China one. China pillow very cheap one. You cannot believe what everybody say one. If you want to do it, you do it lah. You test it out lah. If you test it out, it doesn't work, then only you say it doesn't work lah. So if you feel that your product, handcrafted product, is good, right? Then you have to go and try it out. Don't leave any regrets. Life is too short to leave any regrets. Okay. So Irene, hopefully I answer your question. Yeah, no place. Okay, after the festive season, then I will open I hope to expand and open my place again to a new business lah, to share my warehouse. But you know lah, we have to prepare ourselves for the festive seasons. And at this moment, if your warehouse is not full, right, you are not prepared. Okay, that is a fail. Okay, so now only I want to collect business is a fail. No, okay. It's happened in the before June 1. By June, we have to ready for the festive season. If you miss the festive season, then you miss the joy lah, right? Okay. So but again, it's good to know lah. This is not a rush, I'm not asking you to join me tomorrow. No, no, no. Keep in mind. Take some time to study the market, and if you're interested, come back January. Okay, I will then share. Join my Facebook, join my KK e-commerce page, whatever. By that time, I will start to do few rounds of sharing again, and hopefully, I can get new seller lah, who are interested in the market. Okay. Uh, what else? Let me look at the question.
No chats now. You go to the Q&A. There's one question. Do
Uh,
we need to pay income tax or tax in Australia if we sell on eBay and Amazon Australia?
if your business is done in other country, you need to pay other country taxes. Income from other country back to Malaysia, there's no taxes because the business, the where you make the business. If you make the business in Malaysia, you have to pay Malaysia tax. If you do, if you make the business in Australia, you have to pay Australia tax. Okay, so when we import to Australia, we pay the GST when we import. You understand what I'm saying, right? We import to Australia, we pay GST. Okay, and at the moment, when you sell as a local address, right? If you are less than 70,000 Aussie dollar per year, you don't need to pay income tax. Less than 70,000 Aussie dollar lah. If you are selling more than Aussie dollar and your business is overseas, right? They might come after you. Okay, but we have our own business. Like if you sell in our own business entity in Australia, then there will be some income tax. But of course, the income tax will have to minus off the lah, revenue minus operation cost, the profit, then you pay the income tax. Okay, so it's hard to quantify what is the income tax you have to pay. Okay, so at the moment we always try to minimize it until that like we don't make money, so we don't pay tax. In future, if I want our business get good, right, we have profit to record it, right, then of course there will be income tax incurred. But for importing to Australia, right, you need to pay. If you're a Malaysian product or manufacturer, get your trade free trade agreement (FTA). Then you will have zero duty for many products. Okay, my pillow is zero custom duties to go to Australia. Then I need to pay the GST based on my declared shipping cost, which is much, much lower than my selling price lah. The shipping cost is the declared value of the product is much lower than the selling cost. So that one, your declared shipping product value incur 10% GST. If you have free trade duties, a free trade zone, a free trade agreement, you can apply. You just need to do some procedure with Matrix, get the cost analysis done, and then you get your CA, the CACO certificate of whatever I forget already. Okay, and that you qualify for the free trade. With free trade, you don't need to pay duties. Okay, that you need to try to do if you are a manufacturer lah. If you are a trader like me, okay, we don't have manufacturing, you can get the manufacturer to assign the CO, the FTA to you, so that you can also claim free trade agreement. Okay, you can do it even though you are a trader. Just make sure that the manufacturer that assign the cost analysis to you for you to apply the FTA FTA free duty benefits. Okay, so what's the next question? Hope I answered that question.
KK, how much you charge if I were to put my products on your eBay or Amazon?
10%. 10% of the sales. Okay.
Okay.
10% of the sales. Simple. I still have some cost to incur, right? So just the selling cost is 10%. Okay. But for pack, if you put the stock in my warehouse, right, is 150 ringgit per cubic meter per month. Okay, 1 cubic meter. If you put the stock, 1 cubic meter, 150 ringgit per month. Okay, when there's sales when the staff go and pack, right, is 4 Aussie dollar per packet. Okay, for this year lah, next year rate don't know yet. This year rate, yes. So you ask, next year will be new rate, okay? Because now everything fly high, the price. The cost in Australia increased a lot. So this year I promised the rate, I have to keep the rate lah. But I told them already, next year no hope lah. How much I don't know. Let's see how much I need to pay the salary and the rental cost first lah. So this year is 150 per cubic meter per month for 1 cubic meter storage in my warehouse. Packing is 4 Aussie dollar. You use your own channel, no cost. Use my eBay and use my Amazon channel, 10% of the selling cost. 10% of your selling price. If you use my eBay Amazon, use your eBay Amazon can. I don't charge anything. You manage your own But if it's on my store, then I have to charge 10%. That's it. Okay.
KK, your PC screen, remove the Windows thing so that they can see your.
Yeah.
Next question is, how do I check the price of my products at eBay and Amazon Australia?
You search your product keywords, you can check already lah. They'll pop up all the top selling one. If you search, let's say you are selling T-Mark, you just tag T-Mark, then the thing will pop up. I don't I don't think you should spend money to buy all those analyze tools when you're starting. No point one, because that's too expensive and too complicated. Serious seller like me, maybe. Okay, but even me, I seldom use one. Because why? I have a lot of time sell something which have not sold before in Australia. But when I start selling, it sell very well. Okay. Okay, I want to share another product I sell very well in Australia now. You know the baby, they sleep on the toing toing toing, the sarong one. That one.
Yes.
Before I
Yes.
start sell, nobody sell in Australia. But you know lah, Asian they miss their toing toing toing, the sarong, the baby what is that thing. So when I start selling the first to sell it went, and I earned quite a lot of profit from there. I cannot say like that. Sorry, I earned some money from there lah. But but that's why I say you cannot trust the tools too much. That if people are not selling, you get afraid and you don't want to sell. Sometimes those hot selling product like pillows is hot selling in Australia, but it's too competitive. People sell so low price. So the China flooded the market with cheap products. How do you want to compete? So doesn't matter because you look at the data they sell a lot, doesn't mean that you will sell a lot when you sell. So I fall into that trap before that. Wow, people sell so much. I also try to sell. But the boleh tak jadi because they have very big organic volume. They have all those record customers reviews, which is very hard to climb. And I find it sometimes easier. You know why I get this bolster holes? Bolster, because not many people selling bolster when I start selling in Australia. Now more sellers sell, but still, when I start, not many people use bolster in Australia, And I get the start because selling something different, not something which is selling hot in Australia. Okay, and again, if for the craft handcraft, all right. If you are having that premium, that special value which other people cannot give, right? Try it. Although nobody is selling it, you try it because you never know this is what people are waiting for. And like the carrot Abing, who knows that rendang can sell so well? so well in the internet, right? You should be we should sometimes be aim to be the first one than to be following the trend. Okay, because trend is harsh also. Because people are selling well already, you want to find them how to compete if you do not have added value. Okay, so that is my honest advice. Okay, so if you have product, you have confidence, you know that it's good product. Don't listen to all those naysayers. Don't look at say that nobody sell in Australia, I cannot sell lah. Never try, never know. Okay. What else? Any more question?
Oh, two more.
Okay. No more.
Got. Hold on. Can
Uh,
we ship direct to your Australia warehouse since this year your full house?
now you cannot ship to my warehouse because it's full already. Next year lah,
Last
next year after
last
my
time,
my
K K,
after my huh?
last time you struggling, right? Got a lot of space, right?
Well, actually to fill out, got money very easy to fill out only. Whether can sell or not. So now the pressure is to sell,
Yes.
right?
Okay, KK, can
Uh,
you let me know how to set selling price of the products? I think there's a formula or not.
for what? The
Setting the price to sell on eBay.
just check if you can find your competitor, just sell around there or a bit more expensive or a bit cheaper. Okay, but if you do not have any guidance, right? You take in the cost and then you just add the profit margin you want. No, okay. I will share the cost in the slide, the air freight cost, right? You have to check out your air freight cost, lah, right? You might not get the same price as me if you don't want to join me, lah, right? Then you add up, you top up, and then you put in like the margin you want, then you start selling, lah. If you do not have reference, if you have your competitor doing selling something daily, right? You can use their price as reference, lah. Okay, so my booster pillow and my my the toy the baby what sarong, right? I bang only lah. I sell high lah, don't care lah. Really what? People sell 20, 30 pillow, right? I sell 50 ringgit for 40 Aussie dollar booster. Then I do my content very well lah.
Mm.
Right? Because we cannot fight cheap lah. Sorry, at this moment, Malaysia is not there to fight cheap because we do not have the volume to fight cheap yet. Okay? So, but if you lose money doing selling cheap, right? But as well, we try out best in selling expensive and earn some profit. Uh, Unless our shipping cost can really become very low and we have that volume, then let's play the volume game. Sell cheap. Not every product can sell cheap. And the starter one, right? I always say that if you're a starter, play the sell expensive higher profit game rather than the sell cheap big volume game because you are not at a big volume stage yet. Okay, don't aim to do big volume sell cheap because you don't have the capital, you don't have the experience, you're not there yet. Bro, listen to me, you're not there yet. Don't do that. Okay.
Next question. Labeling. Can you help to do at cost? Cannot lah. These people at cost. So Malaysians love to bargain and think people cannot make business. Don't do this business better.
Actually, labeling you can do your own label, ma. What you need to what you need to pay me for? I can do for you lah, but I will have to charge you lah. Definitely, it will not be free
Correct.
lah, right? But if you are a startup, right, just like me, right? I will go hire people to do labeling for me, right? I just my staff, I ask them one person sit there do the labeling lah. Just think what's so hard about that? It's the most easy concern you should have labeling, okay? Because get your auntie lah, get your mom lah, I have my daughter, yeah lah. My daughter doing part-time labeling for me now. Morning they go to my office, do 4 hours, just label only. Easy lah, easy to settle lah this problem.
Last one. So this is the last one. Cole, what is your advice in finding out potential products to cater the Aussies based on your experience?
Uh, I don't. I just ask people to show me their product and then I try only.
You research,
Like
right?
just try only because like the sarong there's no record. The sarong toy when I start there's no base one. There's no nothing one. But I know that it's a hunch lah. I felt that there's a lot of Asian in Malaysia, and we grow up with these tools. A lot of parents trust these tools of
Mm.
the sarong. And in Australia, one thing you cannot get anyone You cannot get any. Nobody want to work any. You have to take care of your kids yourself, and it's like a godsend gift, if you have that baby sleeping very good in the sarong, quiet, it's a godsend gift for many parents, because you cannot have like Malaysia, you can hire people to look after the baby for you, no such thing one in Australia. Okay, so it depends on you should understand a bit about Australia consumer behavior, okay, and then see what they need. Okay, what is there an opportunity? Okay, but all this is still guess until you try it. Okay, I might guess wrong. I have guessed wrong. Okay, but then I minimize my loss because I don't start with one container day. I start from ship from Malaysia fund. Or maybe at the start I don't make profit. I just want to test out the product. If any sales is there, I will ship from Malaysia. Right. Then I just minimize my loss to a very small volume, stock volume. And that's not much to pay to try out a product. Rather than you say that, wow, I want to kernel like that, right? I will suggest you to, if you have opportunity to get a good product in a good price, just try it out. Just try it out. You never know. Okay, rather than think too much, just try it out. Sometimes don't think also you kena the gold pot. You never know. Sometimes because you think too much, you miss the gold mine. Okay.
Okay, so that's the end of the session, and our next session is this coming Sunday, 8:30 p.m. again, with
Yeah.
Carmen, and I believe maybe Kelly also can come. This is a recorded session. KK cannot share these slides. I always take opportunity that this is the bread and butter. So you go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I put the link already in the chat. You all have to look it up. And the this I'll retype and for the next session, if you want to join, this is the next webinar series. So this is our final two, and then please join the WhatsApp chat. I forget now, I'm putting it on there.
I watch for Kelly and Carmen because I went and see their presentation before, and their method maybe work better than mine because I find
Can
that
lah,
no, because
everybody got their
B2B
own
also is
style.
quite a aggressive method, you know. Just
Mm.
that I make my stand already, so you cannot people go good, you go and do the one right. You have to continue your what you believe in, right? But you as a business owner should not limit yourself to one way only. You know, why not take both? So please, you know, Kelly and Carmen, you should go and listen. Okay, I have went to their talk before and I have listened to their story before, and it's genuine. It's not fake. It's not scammers. There's a lot of scammer outside, but I can guarantee you they are not scammer. Yeah, I cannot say guarantee lah. My hunch is that they are not scammer.
Of course.
But if Kelly do something all on me, then jalat liao, right?
Right.
Okay. So
Oh,
I believe
okay.
in them lah.
So there's
Okay.
no other questions already. I would like to say thank you to
Thank
KK
you.
Ko for sharing valuable tips and insights about selling to Australia. And I hope everybody here learned a lesson or two. Those who came to the previous session, which is Eric from Mampu I cannot upload the YouTube replay because during the demo, there was a WhatsApp demo, and there's a lot of numbers and address being shown. YouTube said cannot put up. So Eric's Mampu AI replay cannot be put it up because of the information. I tried to blur it out, but it's too much work for me. So in August, as I said, this is our final series. Only in August I got two more to go. September, then I have to work. MDEC has a lot of work for us, and then I hope to see any one of you who's based in KL, 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. MDEC will be at FEM 2025 at KLCC, the Franchise Expo Malaysia. So if anybody want to drop by, if KK you're coming to KL, do drop by if you are, because you're based in Ipoh, right? So then I see everybody there in KLCC. So we have scheduled some talks. One of the talks is by Kong Pronyo. Kong Pronyo is coming again to provide talk about I think TikTok branding, especially for the brand owners. Second one is a LinkedIn specialist. Top 10 LinkedIn specialist is coming to Franchise Expo Malaysia on Friday. Friday is MDEX session 10:30 to 12. So where do you get this information? I'll share it over in the WhatsApp business with the WhatsApp chat group. And then I've also invited Janjilah online, Janji online Sinan Berhad, about how do you make contracts warranty on your own without hiring any legal. All right. Let's say core here you engage already. Let's say you have engaged core services and core go and put up terms and condition. So Ko don't want to go through lawyer to pay a lot. So go and subscribe this. I think RM1 per contract only for him to design this on his own, putting your terms, putting your this. So that will be a talk that we're designing for Friday, next Friday. So thank you everybody for your time, and I'll see you again in the next session. Thank you, Ako, for your time again.
Okay.
So take care, everybody. Good night and
Good
have a
night.
nice weekend. Last question. Next time, if I come back to Ipoh, can ask you come out Yamcha. You already saved course number, Steven. Please go and get him to Yamcha. I always go also sometimes free, then I call call. If not free, then I won't call call. Yes, get his number and then he will try to come out if he's around. If he's not around, then he won't. He cannot see you, lo. Yeah. Okay.
Monday to Friday, okay. Saturday, Sunday, family time. Sorry.
Understand. Understand.
Uh,
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your support and see you all in the WhatsApp chat group. Going to kill the record now. All
yeah.
right. Let's stop.